Hello my dear friends, let us go ahead with GATE 2021 Civil afternoon session, solutions for numerical ability. See, GATE 2021 set 2 Civil Engineering. So guys, see this first question, so they asked regarding seating arrangements. 4 persons PQRS are there, they have to sit in a row and they're given some conditions. 4 people in a row, generally we'll consider they're facing towards the north, is it? R should not be seated at the second position from the left. So R should not sit in the second position from the left. R cannot sit here means R is having 3 possibilities, 3 positions to sit. R is not seated at the second place from the left hand. Okay, R cannot be in this place, so still he is having 3 places to occupy. Then once R is occupied, 3 places and 3 people are there. Once R is settled, then still 3 people are there, PQS, and 3 places will be left. We can say 3P3 or 3 factorial ways. This is related to P, Q and S. 3 people are available, 3 places are available. They can arrange in 3 factorial ways. Okay, we can say this is nothing but 3 into 6. Altogether 18 arrangements are possible. Seating arrangements, in fact like permutations concept, okay, the combination of this. Here permutations is all about selecting and arranging. Yes, you are selecting them and you are arranging them as per the conditions. Satisfying the conditions, we came to know total 18 possibilities. Got it? No need to write the whole list. You can easily sense it's 18 ways. Right? See the next question, my dear friends. Yeah. So like this, they are asking questions in every set. Okay, in different departments as well. You can see this type of question they mention. They define in the question this dot with that circle is minus and this is multiplication symbol using Bodmer's rule. When you have multiple symbols, you have to give the priority as per Bodmer's rule. Okay. Now here 9 minus and internally 6 into 7. First we should perform inside brackets whatever is there. Next again here minus symbol. Just I am placing the symbols first of all. 7 into 6 minus 5. So first we should perform operation inside brackets as per that Bodmer's rule. We should perform brackets. Okay, so here 9 minus 42. Then here 7 into 1. Then again if you perform that, okay, inside brackets, this is minus 23, minus 33. We'll get it like minus 33, minus 7. Altogether we'll get minus 40, my dear friends. Sir, easy question. Yes, they given a basic question. Here you just need to substitute as per the given equations. Here at the rate means minus. This is what? Dot in that circle is minus. Plus in that circle is multiplication. Just substitute that and perform step by step. Okay, you can find it minus 40. Got it? See the next question. Here they given PQRS is a square. This is a square. Okay, the shaded area is formed. The shaded area is formed by intersection of the sectors of circles. 2 circles intersection is there. One is both, okay, the radius of that circle is equal to side of the square. If side of the square is 1 unit and definitely this one radius is 1. Here important thing is, what are the 2 circles is, one is with center S, one circle is with center S. This is the one with S. Okay, and one more circle with respect to Q as the center. By considering Q as the center, you have a big circle, a part of that, 1/4 of that is mentioned here. With respect to Q as a center and one is with respect to S as a center. We have 2 circles, that intersection area is this shaded part. Fine. Here radius is equal to side of the square. Okay. Here they are asking the probability that any point picked randomly is within the square falls in the shaded area. it should be falls in the shaded area. Consider the sides are 1 unit, my dear friends. 1 unit, 1 unit. So the total, okay, we know probability is nothing but favorable out of total. What is the total is 1 into 1. Total area is nothing but 1. You want to find the favorable. Okay, so what's the favorable area here is this shaded portion. How to find that shaded portion? Elaborately I'll explain. Then you can minimize, okay, we can simplify that later. So first, say this, you have a square with respect to S as a center, this is the shaded circle, okay, circle is this is one circle. Other one is, you have a circle, a part of that here with Q as the center, right. Now here what I will do, I will try to find the area, this portion. I will just try to find this portion first and this portion first. If you want to find this portion, what you have to do here? This is okay, we can call A1 and A2. Let's name this as A1 and A2. Find A1 and A2. This is A1 and this is A2. Once you know A1, okay, what is A1 here is area of square minus this circle. This circle radius is equal to side of the square. Radius is equal to side of the square, I can say 1. Because I consider side of the square is 1, you can take radius is also 1. So I'll take side of the square is 2, you take x also, no issue. Okay, just for simplifying procedure, I'm taking side of the square is 1. Then radius will be equal to 1. Got it? Now, what is this A1 part? Okay, this is A1 I call. What is that A1 is entire square, that circle portion if you remove. Entire square is 1 unit. If you remove that circle portion is nothing but pi divided by 4, because entire circle we divided into 4 parts, right. We have a circle, okay, if you want that part, this is divided by 4. Is it? So we can say pi r square divided by 4, r value 1, I can say 1 minus pi by 4, that's A1 area. What about A2 area here is, yes, again, entire square area from that circle area. Yes, what I mean to say here, first one portion is nothing but area of entire square minus area of circle, that part of that, okay, with square, with center S, area of circle with center S divided by 4. We should divide by 4 because it's a part of that we are taking. So A1 is nothing but area of square minus area of circle with S as the center. Here area of square minus area of circle with center Q divided by 4. This is also nothing but 1 minus pi divided by 4. Okay, A1, A2 you came to know. Now if you want to find the shaded part from the entire square, remove A1 and A2. From the entire square portion, if you remove A1 and A2, you can find the favorable area now. From the entire square, yes, A1, A2 remove, this is the favorable, right? So what is that favorable area? Nothing but shaded area, in fact, to say. So shaded area is nothing but square area minus A1 and A2. Square area is 1. A1 is actually 1 minus pi by 4. A2 is 1 minus pi by 4. Okay, 1 will get cancelled. This is like pi by 4 plus pi by 4 minus 1. This is pi by 2 minus 1. So guys, this is what your shaded area. And total area you know 1. So I think you can find total area is 1. So what is the probability to get that, what are the point you selected, it lies inside that shaded area is, okay, favorable out of total, we can find pi by 2 minus 1. Sir, you assumed the side of the square is 1 unit, right? Yes. If you assume side of the square is x, okay, we'll get x square. Here also extra x square will be there. Extra x square will be there in every term. Okay. So this is what, if you take x means, okay, total area will be x square. This will be x square minus pi x square by 4. Here x square minus pi x square by 4, that x square term will be the additional point that you can map here. Definitely x square numerator common, denominator x square will get cancelled. We'll get pi by 2 minus 1. So probability that point lies in the shaded area is pi by 2 minus 1. Got it? This is a bit elaborated. Some of you people may think in a single step, sir, okay, this is total square, right? Okay, among total square, if you remove this A1 and A2, then you can find the shaded. At that point, if you keep in mind, this all can be simplified. You can write it directly like this. Shaded area is those two portions minus area of square. Those two portions, this first circle quarter part, second circle quarter part, adding those two and removing the area of square will give the shaded area. You can write this directly also if you have a thinking capability better and better. If you can think, okay, you can see that this portion and this portion, if you add and subtract this area of square, that will give the shaded part. You just think about it. You can do that directly also. Next one related to directions, my dear friends. On a planar field, you travel 3 units east from a point O. Okay, you started from some point O, you went 3 units. Then next you travel 4 units south to arrive at point P. Okay, from point P you travel northeast. You arrived some point, okay, fine. See this guys, you started somewhere at point O, you went 3 units east, then you traveled 4 units south. Okay, you traveled 4 units south, now you got the point P. This is what you started from a point O, 3 units east you went, then 4 units south you had to go, you arrive at point P. Then again you traveled from P in the northeast direction, okay, so that you arrive at a point that is 6 units east of point O. So you came to some point which is 6 units east of point O. So here you find you came to a point, you traveled from northeast. Let me create some space here, one moment. Yeah. So you started at O, okay, fine. O, you went 3 units east, then 4 units south, you came to point P. You travel northeast. From P you are traveling northeast. Where you are traveling is, you should reach 6 units from O, east. 6 units east from O. Already 3, here 3 should be there. You reach to the point which is 6 units totally from O. Okay, that's the point you reached. This is the point you reached. Okay, fine. Then they mentioned, next you traveled in the northwest direction so that you arrive at a point Q that is 8 units north of point P. Point P is here, this is already 4. Now from this point you are traveling northwest in such a way that you reach it to the point Q, which is 8 units from P, means this will be 4 actually. Total 8. Total 8 units, but if you split it clearly, this will become 4 units. Here 4 units from here to here, already 4, totally 8, and here to here 3, here to here 3, totally it is 6 units. Okay, so that's clear. Fine. Now, what they are asking, the distance of point Q to point O, Q and O. This is O, this is Q. Now if you observe, Q here, O here, this distance is 3, this distance is 4. The shortest path is this. See here, distance means we have to go with the shortest path, my dear friends. What is the shortest possible path from O to Q? Using Pythagoras theorem, we can find out easily. It's actually, yes, root of 3 square plus 4 square. We can say it's nothing but 5 units. Okay, so O to Q is nothing but 5 units. They're asking, yes, what should be the distance from O to Q? One by one, we started at point O, 3 units east, then south, then again you went northeast. Okay, so that you are reaching 3 units from O, and then from there you are moving towards northwest direction. You reached a point Q which is 8 meters from north, okay, from P. Yeah, fine, you got it, that point. So this is 3 and this is 4. Altogether we got 5 units. The distance between O and Q is 5 units. Got it? Fine, very good. See the next question, my dear friends, related to syllogism concept. What they given? Some football players play cricket. All cricket players play hockey. So some football players play cricket. All cricket players play hockey. So no football player plays hockey is wrong. All hockey players play football. No, some part of hockey players. All football players play hockey. No, this is for sure correct. Some football players play hockey. Okay, see, your conclusion should be correct in all diagrams. There are many diagrams you can draw with respect to the given statement. Your conclusion must satisfy all the diagrams. But for with respect to this diagram itself, already 3 conclusions are eliminated. So this is the one which is suitable, so we can go ahead with that. This one will follow. Okay, with respect to given statements, option D will follow. There are plenty of diagrams, but your conclusion should satisfy all the diagrams. Make sure about it. Got it? Now see this question, guys. Probability related that to 2 dice. When 2 identical dice are thrown, okay, having number 1 to 9, right? Fine. So what is the total is nothing but 6 into 6. Total outcomes is nothing but 6 into 6. We will get 36. Fine. But what is the favorable? Even number is rolled out on each dice. Probability that an even number roll out on each dice. Okay, so even number we required. So guys, what is the favorable outcome here? Each dice, read the question carefully. Okay, even number is rolled out on each dice. Every die, even number required. If this is the question, read the question carefully. Even number rolled out on each die. So you thrown 2 dice. Okay, total is 36. If you want even number, so what is the favorable outcomes is 2 and 2, 2 and 4, 2 and 6. All even numbers. Both even numbers. Next is 4 and 2, 4 and 4, 4 and 6. Similarly 6 2, 6 4, 6 6. Right? So what is the favorable as per this is 9. Favorable outcomes is 9. Total is 36. So we can say probability to get even number on each die. 1 die means okay, then it's a different thing. If it is even number only on 1 die means 2 1 2 2. Okay, 1 die mandatory requirements 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4. 2 is there. That's sufficient. Fine. That you just think about it. Okay. Probability is nothing but favorable out of total. Favorable is 9. Total is 36. We can say it's nothing but 1 divided by 4. Option C, 1 upon 4. Got it? Favorable is what? Total is what? According to that, we can say 1 divided by 4. Excellent. Now see this question related to equilateral triangle. You have to find equilateral triangle area, minimum area of the triangle PQR. Okay. So we have an equilateral triangle PQR, they mentioned. PQR is an equilateral triangle. Okay. Here PQ is divided into 4 equal parts. PQ is divided into 4 equal parts. Let it be this is A and A. All together we can say PQ is nothing but 4A. Okay, PQ divided into 4 equal parts. QR is divided into 6 equal parts. So we have to divide this into 6 equal parts. let it be equal part is B, then altogether let it be this is 6B. Each equal part you call it like a B, then altogether this is 6B. And they divided R into 8 equal parts. This PR into 8 equal parts. So if you just go ahead, let's call this we divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's call each part is C. We got 8C now. In fact, problem is all these sides are equal. PQ, QR and PR. As it is an equilateral triangle, all these sides must be equal. So what is PQ is actually 4A, this is 6B and this is must be 8C. All these are equal. So all this is equal to some constant. Okay, that is equal. All these are equal. What should be the K value? All these lengths are equal, fine. What is that K value? This K should be divided by 4. Why? Because of now subdivided part is an integer. Listen, the length of each subdivided part is an integer. Means it may be A is an integer, B is an integer, C is an integer. As per the question, A, B, C are integers. A, B, C are integers. You just look, here they mention A, B, C are integers. Okay, fine. Now what is the minimum area? Minimum area means K value minimum required. What is the K value here is nothing but it should be divided by 4, divided by 6 and divided by 8. So K value must be equal to 24. K value must be equal to 24. Why? Because of, ABC should be integer. If K is 24, yes, 24 divided by 4, 6 integer. 24 divided by 6, 4, B is an integer. 24 divided by 8, C is 3 integer. You will get integers, A, B, C integers only when K value is 24, meaning all the lengths are equal to 24. Now, PQ is 24, QR is 24, PR is 24, all are 24, 24, 24. In fact, I think centimeters, 24 centimeters. Now, what is the area of equilateral triangle is? We know this is A square root 3 divided by 4, which is 24 into 24, root 3 divided by 4. Hope you got 144 root 3. Area of equilateral triangle, we got 144 root 3. So check it out once, my dear friends. We got that all common. This is they divide into 4 parts, 6 parts and 8 parts. If you want to maintain A, B, C as integers, it's possible only when K value is 24. So the minimum area should be 144 root 3. 24 is the side's length. They're asking area of the triangle. 24 is side's length. This is area of triangle in centimeter square, that is area. What is the minimum length means? Of PQ, all sides length minimum is 24. That we agree. But they're asking area now. It should be equal to 144 root 3. Got it? Very good, my dear friends. So say this last question in this set. They're asking regarding mirror image and water image. You just go through our deep learn videos or maybe in online class. You can just find one important point is mirror image about x-axis. When mirror is placed, I mentioned, when the mirror is placed at top or bottom, it acts like water image. When mirror is placed at top or bottom, it acts like water image. This is actually water image. You have to find water image. Now, if mirror is placed at left or right, in the sense in y-axis, if mirror is placed at y-axis, it acts like a mirror image. But when mirror is placed at x-axis, in top or bottom, if mirror is placed, we can call it like a water image. If mirror is placed at left or right, we call it's like mirror image only. You just recall, we discussed that in your deep learn videos and live sessions as well. You just see it now. For this one, if you apply mirror image, what is mirror image concept? Your left and right are same, but top will become bottom. So this will be like this. H will be H only. Y will be like this. L will be like this, because this right side will be in right side. In water image concept, your left and right remain same. Left and right remains the same, whereas your top and bottom will interchange. Your top will become bottom, bottom will become top. And here A will be like this, X will be X as it is, I will be I as it is, but S will be like this. S will not be same thing, S will be changed. Now here, if you just go ahead with B, P itself, this is wrong, because of P. Next, related to S, S will not be same thing, S will be changed, so option D is correct. S will not be same S actually. In mirror image or water image, S will be changed. N also will change. S and N will not be same thing when you apply mirror image or water image. Got it? Fine. Excellent, my dear friends. So hope you understand this set 2 solutions. Okay.